Also, another benefit we can take from this hadith is a principle. Memorize this principle, that whenever the words Iman and Islam are mentioned together, then they are explained as two different meanings. As we see in the hadith of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when Jibreel came to him, he explained Islam as one thing, and he explained Al-Iman as something else. So Islam is explained as A'malu Zahira. A'malu Zahira. Actions that are external. And Iman is explained as A'malul Batina. Internal actions. And if they're mentioned separately, focus with this principle. If they're mentioned separately or on their own, meaning that Islam is mentioned on its own, or Iman is mentioned on its own, then they include both meanings. They come hand in hand, meaning that they are inseparable. For example, when you read the verse, Inna ad-deena inda Allah al-Islam. The only religion accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-Islam. Or you read, وَمَنْ يَبْتَغِ غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا فَلَنْ يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ. Whoever desires another religion other than al-Islam, we see that the two verses, they mention al-Islam. The first being, Inna ad-deena inda Allah al-Islam. Al-Islam. And the second verse, it mentions that وَمَنْ يَبْتَغِ غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ. It doesn't mention Iman here, but they come hand in hand, they come together. So both meanings include in this. And the meaning for the second verse was, whoever desires another religion other than Allah, other than Islam, then it won't be accepted from him. Whether it be Christianity, whether it be Judaism, whether it be any other religion, Buddhism or any ism there is. The day that Muhammad became a messenger, nothing is accepted from these other religions. So they will have to believe in Muhammad. So here Islam is mentioned on its own, without the word Iman. So in this situation, it includes Islam and Iman, as I mentioned. So all the internal and external actions are included hand in hand. The actions of the heart and the actions of the limbs, they come hand in hand if they're mentioned separately. And the same situation applies when you see the word Iman on its own. The meaning intended is the actions of the heart and the limbs. And this is built upon the hadith of Jibreel alayhi salam. When the Prophet ﷺ was asked regarding Islam and Iman, he explained them separately. And it's not just restricted to the words Al-Islam or Iman. Rather, there are other words that this rule can apply to. From them are words like birr or taqwa. Similar words, or faqir wa miskeen, someone who's poor. So let me repeat this rule again. Let me repeat this rule one more time, so you memorize it. If the word Islam and Iman are mentioned on their own in a text, then they include both meanings. And if they're mentioned together in the Quran or a hadith, then they have separate meanings. Islam meaning the external actions, the actions of the limbs, and Iman meaning the internal actions, the actions of the heart.